time for me to predict my top 4 teams for the playoffs. But before that, I have to admit, we headed into this tournament thinking this was going to be the most open and heavily contested one, and we wouldn't be able to pick a winner because every team was coming into this edition on the back of some concerns and injury issues to deal with. While a few teams found ways to deal with it and turn things in their favor, a few others stumbled right from the start. Teams like Delhi, Hyderabad, Kolkata never really got their rhythm going and now face an uphill challenge to even come close to qualifying. What they can do, however, is poke around and help decide which position some of those teams will finish in. So here are my picks then. Number 1, Chennai Super Kings. Is there any franchise in this tournament that can defend its home turf and make it a fortress quite like CSK? And the fact that we're back to home and away only plays it right into their hands. Now, at the start of the tournament, if you look at the bowling unit, there were quite a few gaps there. No one quite of the pedigree of Dwayne Bravo to plug at the death, and Deepak Chahar, MS's go-to man for the power play overs, fell to injury. So what does MS do? In comes Akash Singh, who's been impressive at the top, and someone like Patirana, whose slingy action has troubled opposition. It isn't one of the best bowling units in the tournament, but it sure works. And the spin department, as usual, is in very reliable hands. Over to the batting, we all thought a lot of it was dependent on the opening combination of Ruturaj Gaikwad and Devon Conway to set the tone. But the rock of the entire lineup has been Ajinkya Rahane coming in at 1 drop. He's built a solid wall in front of him, which a lot of opponents have found difficult to scale. Chennai Super Kings, however, will look to want to finish at 1 and 2 so that they get that chance to play at their home and find a quicker ticket to the final. Team number 2, Gujarat Titans. The defending champions don't seem to have put a wrong foot all too often in this tournament, and they will not if Ashish Nehra continues to whisper sweet nothings in Hardik Pandya's ears from the ropes every second over. But jokes apart, this team has looked solid, especially thanks to their bowling department, which is one of the best in this tournament. If Shami won't rattle you at the top, Mohit won't stop you at the death, you can trust Rashid and his protege Noor Ahmed to come and create quite the chokehold in the middle overs. Noor, who was in that first season, only was there to shadow everybody and try and learn and be patient to wait for his opportunity. And when he did, he grabbed it with both hands. Over to the batting department. Sure, Shubman Gill has given quite a few good starts and he looks in good touch, though he would have liked to continue for far longer in each innings than he has. But the one man who's made the difference and who is proving to be that X factor for the Gujarat Titans and making the difference of a 140-150 below par to par score and pushing it to a 170 to 190 and making it a formidable one has been their prolific finisher, David Miller. He's proved to be that X factor and that core to their entire batting lineup. My third pick, a team whose performance I've been enjoying in the tournament, not just on the field but off it too, Rajasthan Royals. Halla Bol, Konja Nalla Bol has struck quite the chord with all its South Indian fans across the country. But in all seriousness, this is one unit that looks the most well-rounded. Let's look at the bowling unit. Even in the absence of someone like Trent Bolt, Sandeep Sharma can raise his hands and say, count me in, quite like he did against Chennai Super Kings, holding his nerves in that 20th over to get his team across the finish line. And of course, the spin is in the very reliable hands of Yuzi and Ashwin. Over in the batting department, everyone has chipped in and contributed. If Sanju Samson led from the front initially, Devdutt Padikkal, Jaiswal have also chipped in with some good runs under the belt. Hetmeyer has come in and played a critical knock under pressure. Jos Butler has looked just about okay, but hold on, the best is yet to come. He loves to pace himself in a T20 tournament, much like he does for the English side. So hold on and you could wait for a Butler storm. The number 4 spot is a close fight for me between Bangalore and Lucknow. That is, unless Mumbai Indians decides to wake up from its slumber or Punjab Kings decides to jump off the fence of almost making it but not quite, a position they've occupied over the last few seasons. But if I have to pick one, it'll have to be Virat's Bangalore. Yes, Virat Kohli's Bangalore Royal Challengers. He's leading the side again and he's playing with so much abandonment. They're enjoying themselves on the field and their strength is clearly their batting. Led by the man in front, Faf du Plessis, who's looking in scintillating touch, reminding me quite of the time that I observed him in close quarters in CSK. Well, their bowling, on the other hand, there is of course the experience of Hazaranga, but it seems to rely a lot on Mohammad Siraj coming good. So these are my top 4: CSK, GT, RR and RCB. If you agree to this, do comment. Even if you don't agree, do let me know who your pick is, and if you are a Mumbai Indians fan and you think that they should be in the playoffs, do comment and tell me why.